They were using a US card, and that US card had an address in another country from where they live. And Shopify actually told me that this purchase could be fraudulent. Welcome to the Quaint Pursuit, a place where creative entrepreneurs and millennials come for tips on how to scale their handmade and product-based business. I'm the Quaint Boss, and this week we're going to be focusing on 4 different e-commerce platforms that you can sell your products on. Whether you have made them yourself or you've purchased them from some other source, these 4 platforms are going to be perfect for whatever you are selling. If you're new here, join the Quaint Tribe by clicking the subscribe button that's in the bottom right hand corner of this screen and click the bell icon so every time I post a video, you'll be notified. The 4 platforms are Big Cartel, Squarespace, Shopify, and Etsy. So what I'm going to do is to go kind of in depth on all of them. I would still suggest that you do research even after being given the information I'm giving you. So we're going to go into things like when the platform was founded, what features you get with it, what their pricing plans are, as well as transaction fees and a bunch of really nice features that you get with each of these e-commerce sites. So first we're going to start off with Big Cartel. Big Cartel was founded in 2005. One fact or statistic that I feel like you would find interesting is that Big Cartel is home to 84,182 websites worldwide, and they have done $2.5 billion in sales. This is an excellent platform for artists and creators. So if you sell paintings, then I believe that Big Cartel will be perfect for you. Let me tell you why. Big Cartel actually offers a free plan, which is the only one of these platforms I'm discussing today that offers a free plan. They also have paid plans, but the free plan, I feel like it's honestly great. So you get about 5 products that you can add, and they have customizable themes. It's very user-friendly, it's very simple. Honestly, that's the first platform I ever started off with selling my products because it was free, you know, and especially as a beginner, it was awesome for me because I didn't have to be doing a bunch of technical stuff like what I have to be doing with Shopify right now. So if you're an artist, then this is something for you to look into. The prices for the plans range from $9.99 per month to $29.99 per month. This is the cheapest e-commerce platform that I've ever used and that you will most likely ever use too. Another awesome thing about Big Cartel is that they don't charge a transaction fee. So the transaction fee is basically what would be taken from the money that the customer pays for your product, and the website gets to keep that for themselves. But Big Cartel doesn't charge a transaction fee. However, they only have 2 payment options, and those 2 payment options do charge transaction fees. So for example, PayPal charges a transaction fee that is 2.9% off the total cost of the person's order plus 3 cents. For Stripe, however, they charge a 2.75% transaction fee. So that means if you're an artist and you're selling a painting on your website for $50, when your customer actually cashes out and pays for that painting, let's say for example they use Stripe, because there's a 2.75% transaction fee, 2.75% of that $50 will be deducted and Stripe will take that for themselves. So instead of $50, you receive basically $48. Every time you hear me mention a payment method, I know you're probably going to be a little bit baffled. So I have linked in the cards a video that I did on how to receive payments on your website. You can check that out here, and I will also leave it in the information box down below. If you're going to be starting out with the free version or the free plan, then you are allowed up to 5 products. If you should take one of the other plans that range from $9.99 to $29.99, then that will allow you to add much more products. So if you're doing the plan that's $29.99, you'll be allowed to add up to 500 products. Honestly, I don't know who's going to have 500 products. That's a lot of products to have and a lot of products to put on a website at once. But to each his own. If you need that many products, then I would suggest going for the $29.99 plan. With the free plan, you're only allowed one photo per product. So you know how you have the product image? You only allowed one of those. But if you get a $29.99 plan, then that allows you to have up to 5 product images. And I would say that's good because, well, if you're a painter, once you take a head-on photo, that definitely shows exactly what the art piece is about. However, if you're selling clothing, for example, then you might want to have one photo of a flat lay of the item itself, and then you want to have a photo on a model showing different angles. So if you're going to be using it for the purpose of fashion, then I would really suggest getting the $29.99 plan. I did mention that they have customizable themes, and I feel like they have some really good themes. Honestly, it's been a while. I have not, like, the last time I used Big Cartel was probably like 2016, so I have no recollection of what the themes looked like, but I'm pretty sure they have some really nice themes. And honestly, when you're designing a website, you don't want it to be too crowded. You want it to be a very simple design, and most e-commerce sites tend to have good templates for simple designs. Sign up is free and you don't need a credit card to get started. So I am going to leave the link to go to Big Cartel in the information box down below. So just click that link if Big Cartel sounds like something that you want to use, and check it out. I think they also have a mobile app, but when you're setting up initially, you want to do something like that on a computer. However, I'd honestly recommend listening to the other 3 e-commerce options I have for you before actually deciding. You know, they say shop around before actually buying. So shop around with me, guys. And if you have any questions, then leave it in the comment box down below and give this video a thumbs up if you're liking it so far. The next website is Squarespace. Squarespace was founded in 2014 in New York City. It has been the home to 3.7 million websites worldwide. And I have used Squarespace before. I used it, I believe it was about 2018. I was starting a blog. Squarespace is really good if you want to start a blog. So if you're the blogger type of person, but you want to sell things at the same time, then Squarespace is perfect for you. It's very user-friendly and it comes with a bunch of customizable themes that you can tweak here and there to create a really nice professional website. Their plans range from prices like $16 per month to $46 per month based on your needs. For each plan, you get a 2-week trial, so you can actually test it out for a while to see what it's like, and if it's not a good fit for you, then you can change the plan. The cheapest plan that they have, which is $16 per month, is one that doesn't allow you to sell. So you can only do like blogging, for example, or just having a website overall. That one is called the personal plan. However, the one I would recommend that you get is the business plan, and that one is $26 per month. This one allows you to do e-commerce, and everyone after that allows you to do e-commerce as well. So the only plan that doesn't allow you to do e-commerce is the personal plan. The plan that's basically $46, the most expensive plan, is called the advanced plan. And the benefit of the advanced plan is that it gives you a lot more control over your sales. So it allows you to do abandoned cart recovery, it allows you to add discounts to your store, and it gives you the feature of gift cards. Honestly, the best thing about Squarespace is that it's very bloggy. It looks very blog-like, honestly. So if you're a blogger, then really and truly, Squarespace is the place for you. So let's say, for example, you are a fashion designer and you do blogs about fashion. However, you also want to sell some of the things that you make on your blog. Then Squarespace is perfect for you. The payment options on Squarespace include Google Pay, Apple Pay, Stripe, and PayPal. If you are getting a business account, the transaction fee is 3% of whatever your customer is paying. Let's say, for example, you're selling a product on your Squarespace website that's $50 in total. When your customer pays for the product, Squarespace themselves will take away 3% from that. So that would be $50 minus 1.5, which is $1.05. Honestly, that's insignificant if you ask me. As I said before, you want to do ample research before actually choosing a platform. So far, we've discussed 2 platforms, and those are Squarespace and Big Cartel. If you're liking any of them so far, then comment the name down below as well as what you like about them the most. And I will add a link to Squarespace in the information box below so you can go to the website and sign up. Signing up is free as well, but I think you might have to give your credit card information so that after the 2-week trial, you can start to be charged. And remember, the fact that they give you a 2-week trial, that's really good because that means you'll be able to test and see if this is something that really works for you. The next platform that we're going to talk about is Shopify. And Shopify is the platform I'm currently using to host my website, thequaintpursuit.com. On thequaintpursuit.com, I have loads of Africa-inspired bags, just like this one, and this one. So if you like any of these, then you can also go to the information box below to check out my products. Shopify was founded in 2004 in Ontario, Canada. A fun fact about Shopify is that it's had 218 million buyers from 175 countries in the last 12 months. But let's talk a little bit more about Shopify. What is it that makes Shopify so great? Well, it's perfect for selling anything. So whether you sell cushions, chairs, couches, hats, shoes, puppies, water bottles, bags, whatever you sell, Shopify is the place for you. Actually, Shopify started out as a snowboard store. Someone wanted to sell snowboards and snowboard equipment, and they just opened an e-commerce store. But they really liked the platform and they really liked the design of it and how easy it was to use. So they just decided to make it a whole thing where other people can set up e-commerce stores on there as well. Honestly, a lot of the big Topshop brands that you see with websites, they've actually used Shopify. There are themes and templates that you can use. There are free themes, and there are also themes that you would pay for. They make it so easy for you to make the website look like something you built from scratch. With the free themes, or even the ones that you paid for, you can actually edit the code. So if you're a coder or a programmer or know someone who does, then you can edit that. If you want to, let's say for example, put in a sidebar or put in some other logo at the bottom that's not in the theme itself, then you can actually code that in. With Shopify, you can have a custom domain. And a custom domain is basically where you would have your own .com or .net. For example, if I didn't have a custom domain, then my website would most likely be named quaintbygsc.shopify.com. But because I purchased a custom domain, which is thequaintpursuit.com, I am able to actually replace the basic domain that Shopify gives to me with my own custom domain. And you can get a custom domain on a website like Hoover or on GoDaddy. If you want to know how to do that, then comment down below and I'll create a video on it. Shopify also has 24/7 support provided by experts. They're always there. So if you're having a problem setting up your Shopify website, then you can actually reach out to one of those experts in their help center and you will be assisted. Another lovely thing about Shopify is that they offer analytics. So if you'd like to be able to see how many people are coming to your website, where they're coming from, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, if you want to see how many people added something to their cart, how many people have been on your homepage, on your product page, on your shipping page, Shopify Analytics shows you all of that regardless of whether or not you have a basic account or an advanced account. There are also apps to enhance your experience on the platform. So if you'd like to have an app specifically for the purpose of converting currencies, the Shopify App Store has that. If you want an app that's specifically for collecting emails for the people who come on your website, if you want an app that actually translates the language on your website from English to Mandarin, that can also be found in the App Store. So anything that you need to enhance your shopper's experience can be found in the Shopify App Store. I don't think Big Cartel or Squarespace has an app store of their own, so I really love this about Shopify. There's also a 14-day trial, so you can test out to see if any of the payment plans work for you before actually getting it. So there's the $29 plan, and there's also the $300 plan. The $300 plan would be a worthy investment if it's something that you're going to be going really big on. Like, for example, multi-million-dollar companies, $300 US for them every month is chump change. But for somebody like you and I, $30 is what we're really willing to pay. The $30 plan is what I have been using for all these years, ever since I started my Shopify store. And the really good thing about the 14-day trial is that if you do like the plan, then you can actually use that 14 days to work on getting your website up to date before actually publishing. Another thing I love about Shopify is the fact that with all of these accounts, you can have unlimited products. There's no limit to the amount of products that you can have, unlike Big Cartel, which only allows a certain amount of products based on the plan that you are using. You can also have a blog, so you can have your e-commerce store, and then you can have your blog tucked away somewhere, hosted by Shopify. So if you sell shoes and you want to write a blog post about shoes, then that's something that you can do with Shopify. And I really love that. I've written a few blog posts of my own before, but I wouldn't really say I'm the blogger kind of person, so I don't do it much. But I know for sure that blogging is a good way to drive traffic to your website and also to create good content for your potential customers. Another thing you get with all the different plans is that you can sell on Instagram. So you ever seen people with those websites? Well, have you ever seen people with those nice Instagram feeds where there's actually a little shopping cart icon on it in the top right hand corner? And when you click on that, and you go on the post, you can actually tap each of the products or the product in the post and see the price of that product. And then if you click that you want to shop for that product, then you can shop right there on Instagram. This is how you get it done. So if you have a Shopify website and you integrate your Shopify website with your Instagram, then you're allowed to actually sell on Instagram. The selling option for Instagram is only available in some countries. You also be able to add discount codes to your website, and you can do abandoned cart recoveries. You will see all the people who have been putting things into their carts but not checking out. So for example, you can use this as a tactic. You see that somebody has added a pair of shoes to their cart and you want to actually get that person to check out, then you can send them a message probably 10 hours after they have actually abandoned the cart to say, hey, we have a discount on these shoes. These shoes are perfect because they are brown, because they're made out of leather, because they're durable. And you can do all of that stuff to encourage them to actually go back to the website and check out. So you ever shopped on a really nice website, you put something in your cart but you didn't check out, next thing you know, you're getting an email that says, we missed you, you forgot something in your cart. That's usually what they're doing. That's what you call abandoned cart recovery. Shopify also gives you fraud analysis. So if somebody's trying to scam you or using a fake credit card or something like that, then Shopify can pick it up for you. What they do is to actually scan the CV number, the security code, to see if it matches up and if it makes sense. I've had this one time where someone purchased something from me. They were using a US card, and that US card had an address in another country from where they live. And Shopify actually told me that this purchase could be fraudulent. So this kind of stuff could protect you from actually being scammed and from selling to people who may be using a stolen credit card. And I find that to be really cool. The Shopify transaction fees are 2%. So for each order that's checked out, Shopify will take 2% off your total. The credit card transaction fees, however, are a whole other kettle of fish. The credit card transaction fees are 2.9% plus 3 cents, just like PayPal. So really and truly, when you look at it, you're basically having 5% being taken out of your total amount plus 3 cents if someone should check out using a credit card. With the basic account, you get up to 2 staff accounts. So if you have employees working with you, then you can create an account. You can create 2 accounts for them. I think that's separate and apart from your admin account. You can have 2 accounts for them, and they can go on Shopify and do things like update inventory, send out tracking numbers, fulfill orders, update products, that kind of thing. With the advanced plan, you can have up to 15 staff accounts. So if you have 15 different people who are in charge of your website, then you can give them all their own separate accounts, and they can go in, log in through their own account, and do whatever tasks that you have given to them on the website. And remember, the advanced plan is $299 per month. Another benefit that you get with the advanced plan is that the credit card rates are lower. So instead of paying a 2.9% plus 3 cent transaction fee for credit card payments, it becomes 2.4% plus 3 cents. So it's just 0.5% difference, really. And I guess if that matters to you, then that would be a benefit of getting the advanced plan. The payment methods that are available on Shopify are PayPal, Google Pay, Amazon Pay, Apple Pay, Stripe, which is a third-party payment provider, bank deposits, and this is basically where a customer can choose bank deposit, and then your bank information will be shown to them and they can make a bank deposit, and you will have to manually mark the payment as being made. You can also accept cash on delivery payments. And I personally don't do cash on delivery because there can be a case where you actually have a customer ordering something, and when it's to be delivered, this customer just decides that they don't want the product anymore. You can also choose the currency that you want your store to display its prices in. So my store displays US dollar prices, but let's say, for example, you live somewhere where the currency is euros or yen or Canadian dollars. You are able to actually change the currency so that when people go on your website, they will see that currency. However, if you want to be able to show multiple currencies, then you can go back to the app store that we were talking about earlier to actually get a currency converter. So that way you have much more flexibility, and no matter where in the world somebody is, when they go on your website, they will see the currency that is relevant or that relates to their own country. I will add the link to Shopify in the description box below so you can go check it out and see if it's a fit for you. Last but not least, let's talk about Etsy. Etsy was founded in 2005, and unlike all the other platforms, Etsy doesn't allow you to create a website that's specific to you. So Etsy itself is a website, and you are allowed to have a shop in Etsy. So you can't have a custom domain. Instead of a custom domain, it would say etsy.com/shop/the name of your shop. If the name of your shop is Bags R Us, then it would say etsy.com/shop/Bags R Us. So you're not allowed to have a custom domain on Etsy. One of the things about Etsy is that you don't have much individuality at all. There aren't any customizable themes. There's one cut and dry standard format for every single Etsy store. I believe you can definitely change your AVI to be whatever your logo is. So it's very difficult for you to stand out on Etsy. Also, a fun fact about Etsy that I forgot to mention when I started talking about it is that in 2019, Etsy had 2.5 million active sellers and 45.7 million active buyers. So you see right there, there's a huge ratio where there are a certain amount of sellers and way more buyers. So I guess Etsy would be good for some people. Etsy is perfect if you're selling vintage products, if you're selling handmade products, if you're selling really small gift items, Etsy is perfect there. But I will say, if you're in Jamaica, then Etsy will be a little bit more tricky for you because you actually have to have a social security number in order to create an account. So perhaps if you have a family member that would be willing to create the account for you using their social security number, then that works. To get an Etsy shop, it's free. All you have to do is create an account, create a shop, sign up, and get going. Here's the thing about Etsy. They don't charge a monthly fee, but they do have other fees. To list products for sale in your Etsy shop, you will end up paying 2 cents per product that's listed. And you pay a 3.5% transaction fee. Now that's much higher than all the other platforms that we have seen so far. In addition to listing fees and transaction fees, you actually have to pay credit card fees as well. So the credit card fees always stand the same, 2.9% and 3 cents. You'll be paying 2 cents for every listing. You will be paying 3.5% transaction fee to Etsy themselves, and you'll be paying 2.9% plus 3 cents to the actual credit card processor. Your customers will be able to pay with Google Pay, Apple Pay, PayPal, as well as credit cards. But remember to keep in mind the fees that we just discussed. On Etsy, they usually recommend that you add your shipping fee to the cost of your products because even though it's there, it's almost like customers just hate seeing a shipping fee. I have tried using Etsy before, but honestly, I didn't use it for very long because I didn't see any leads, and at the same time, my Shopify account was doing so well for me, so I just didn't bother. But I have been using Shopify since 2018, and I would honestly recommend this to anybody. Whatever it is that you're selling, Shopify will be the fix for you. It's my favorite out of all 4 platforms that we discussed today, and the link for all these platforms will be in the description box below. All these platforms have mobile apps that you can download on your phone, and a website, of course. As I said, check the information box below for all that information. If you use a different e-commerce platform that you feel like people would really love, then comment it down below along with the link so that when people are reading the comments, they'll be able to go check it out and see what you're talking about. I'm very grateful for you who have decided to watch to the end of this video. And if you did watch to the end of this video, then comment a money emoji down below because it's 2020 and we're about making that moolah. That's why we're here talking about e-commerce stores, because we want to sell products and things. So comment a money emoji down below if you've watched to the end of this video. And if you did, you're the real MVP. I appreciate you, and I believe that you're going to be successful because watching a video like this means that you are learning more. You are educating yourself. So give this video a thumbs up because I know you loved it. Share with a friend who needs it, and don't forget to subscribe. If you watch to the end of this video, then you might as well just subscribe. If you want to know more things about e-commerce, about sewing, about making patterns, about how to grow your business, about how to market yourself, and how to stay motivated as a creative entrepreneur, then you might as well subscribe. And remember to click that bell icon so when I post my other videos and my next video, which will be next week Sunday, you won't miss it. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.